Okay, algebra class. By this point, hopefully you got your test back. If not, wait patiently while they get handed back to you. And we're going to grade them. I already have the grade, but it's not on your test. So you're going to go through and grade so you see what you missed. Then I'm going to work 4 of the most commonly missed with you. Make sure if you have to do corrections, you're working them on the correction sheet with me while the video plays. Then after that, go back and finish the other ones you missed. Make sure you get this done, you get half credit back. So here's the answers. Miss Knight, if you want to read them aloud, you can. Otherwise, you guys can just look and pause the video here. Please. Okay, after you mark how many you got wrong, this should be 8 points each. So calculate the grade and put it at the top. Now, this is important. When you do your corrections, you get half credit back. So if I got a 50 on the test, that means I lost 50 points. What's half of 50? 25, so I can get 25 back, so my new test grade would be a 75. Okay, so whatever you missed, however many points you got taken away, divided by 2 is the amount of points you can get added back to your grade. So make sure to do the corrections. If you got less than a 70, it's not an option. But if you got higher than a 70 and you want to improve the grade, go ahead and do your corrections. Okay, first one that was very commonly missed. Because when I say solve an equation for y, I don't want a number answer. I don't know how many times I told y'all that. I just want you to rewrite the equation in terms of y. So if I do 6x plus 3y equals 15, my first step is to get y by itself. I want to get this alone, so I'm going to think about how do I move this. Okay, and I'm going to move that by doing the opposite. That's a plus 6x or a positive 6x, so I'm going to do minus 6x. What I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other. Don't try to do it on the same side of the equation. You can't. Minus 6x. Since this has no x term, the 15, this has no x term, you can't combine them. So you're just going to bring everything down. Then I need to get the y by itself. 3y means 3 times y. The opposite is divide. Divide everything by 3. So you could either leave it like that, or you could simplify it. 15 divided by 3 and 6 divided by 3. And if you did that, it would be y equals 5 minus 2x. You could even go one step further if you wanted it in mx plus b form and rewrite it negative 2x plus 5. But it's up to you. Okay, next one. A lot of people miss this one, and I think it's because we distributed wrong. Remember, when I'm distributing, I have to distribute to everything, not just the first term. So I have 25 is greater than negative 3 times 4. It's negative 12n. Negative 3 times negative 3 is plus 9. Negative times a negative. Okay, now what's the opposite of plus 9? Because I have to move that because I want n by itself. The opposite is minus 9. What I do to one side of the sign, I have to do to the other. Not the same size, same sign. Minus 9. 25 minus 9. I just blanked out for a sec. 14. 14 is greater than negative 12n. No, that's wrong. Hang on a second. Okay. Okay, let's start over real quick. Negative 3 times 4, negative 3 times 3. So I have 25 is greater than negative 12n plus 9. The opposite of plus 9, minus 9, minus 9. 16 positive because the bigger number is positive. Negative 12n. 25 minus 9, 16. Now, divide by negative 12 to get it alone. I want n by itself. But when I divide by negative, remember what I have to do. I have to flip the inequality sign. Anytime you multiply or divide by negative, you flip the inequality. So it's going to be 16 and negative 12. That makes the whole fraction negative. But now I want to simplify. And my answer choices are written with the n first. So I'm going to flip just the whole thing over. Well, if I simplify by 4, 16 divided by 4 is 4. 12 divided by 4 is 4. So I'm going to have n, flip everything, is greater than negative 4 over 3. My answer is C. Okay. A couple more. 6m plus m minus, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and distribute before I bring it down. And you distribute to all three on this case. So negative 4 times negative 2m is plus 8m. Negative 4 times 1 minus 4. Negative 4 times negative m plus 4m. And I want when m equals negative 8. So before I plug in m equals negative 8, I'm going to simplify all this down. 6 plus 1 plus 8 plus 4. Well, 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. And 15 plus 4 is 19. So we have 19m minus 4. Now I'm just going to plug this in for m. That means 19 times negative 8 minus 4. Nineteen times negative 8 is negative 152 minus 4. Same signs, add and keep the sign. So 152 plus 4 is 156, and since they're both negative, it is negative. So my answer is F. Okay, hopefully I'm not going too fast, but I want you to have time to work. Last one I'm doing with you. This one, I got so many people putting this as my answer, and that is wrong. Technically, pi is 3.14, yes. But I wanted you to solve for pi. So I want pi to equal something by the end of this. Just like that. Pi equals an equation, an expression, not a number. So if I have c equals 2 pi r. 2 pi r means 2 times pi times r. The only way to get rid of something I don't want when you're multiplying, what's the opposite, is to divide. I'm going to divide both sides by everything I don't want. I want the pi left alone. So I'm going to divide by what I don't want, what I want to get rid of. 2 and r. 2 and r. That cancels, that cancels. So now by this time I have c divided by 2r equals pi. And that's my answer. Okay, here's your assignment. Do your corrections if you need to. Then you're going to have a worksheet. It's equations on the front, 2-3 practice sheet on the back. What you don't finish is homework. The equation sheet, you need to do the entire puzzle. If Miss Knight feels like you've been good at the end of class, she can give you a couple of the answers. Okay. Y'all be good.